Let me picture it on a map. Okay, go.
South of Brazil is the is the best place of the world. Don't get me wrong, the others, but South it's better. Okay. My question is, Ash didn't find Mary or John in heaven. So where do you think Mary is?
Where do I think Mary is?
Yeah.
Somewhere deep in the mind of Eric Kripke.
And your opinion, Misha and Max?
As to where Mary is?
Yeah?
Who's Mary?
No, I remember her from the, when I bought the Impala, she was the one that made me there. Eric Kripke knows where she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Your opinion?
Well, it's not an opinion. I actually happen to know.
You're God.
You're God.
You know what? I don't even, you guys have what your image of her in your head, and that's all lovely, and just keep it that way.
No.
She's working in a red light district brothel, and she's really turning tricks for cheap, and it's sad. It's the economy, the way it is.
And you've heard it here first, so I mean, spread the word as you like. But
stay away from crack. Mary is, I'm telling you,
from the mouth of God Himself.
I'm
gonna what?
My friend asked, okay?
Okay. Oh, it's you. On hair.
Can you just pull your hair one time?
I will speak Portuguese because I'm so nervous.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
you know what? Why don't you try in English? Yeah, might as well. It'll be fun.
Dangerous. Don't. Eu queria saber deles, porque assim, todo ator faz cena de violência, por exemplo, eu sei que é tudo ensaiado e tal, então eu queria saber qual é a sensação de saber que seu personagem vai ser esfaqueado ou levar um tiro.
I know you guys all do violent scenes, and I'm absolutely sure it's all been rehearsed before, but what is the sensation that you have that you're going to get a gunshot, that you're going to be knifed? How do you feel about that?
I'm not going to lie, I understood it better in Portuguese.
What was the question? Yeah. Wait, what is the sensation of being shot?
Oh, nice.
What is it? What do I think when I'm going to be shot? Well, okay, I'll give you an example. Would you like an example?
Yeah.
Okay. The first scene I had on Supernatural was when I come in through the doors. Do you guys have good shooting, stabbing examples of that would illustrate this for you?
After you go, I'll decide.
So I came through the doors, right, and I have to walk toward Dean and Bobby, and they're shooting me. And they have these little explosive packs that are strapped on my body.
Squibs.
And they're called squibs. Thank you. This is a real professional. And they explode, and they're actually actual gunpowder. And it sounds like a gun is going off right here. It's very loud, and they tell you when you go in, don't look down because it's actually stuff exploding and it could blind you. So I'm like, okay, I won't look down. And then everybody be calm.
Tá explodindo nele. Tá explodindo eles.
And then they have these light bulbs that are exploding over my head, right? And they're showering down sparks. And right before the take, they spray some water in my hair. And they say, this is just because, you know, your hair could catch fire otherwise. And then I have to walk across the room, and it takes almost an hour to set everything up, so they really want to get it right the first time. And then they say, right before the take, you have to make sure that you go at the same speed as the camera that's going alongside you, so don't go too fast or don't go too slow. And also try not to blink.
What can you do?
And so every time one of these explosions went off, I had a little heart attack. Because it sounds like a gun going off, and I'm just trying not to blink. And the sparks are coming down on my head, and they're actually, I can hear them sizzling my scalp, like, and it's burning, like, I mean, really burning. Like I feel like my head is on fire. And that was sort of like the first thing that we shot, so it was like, all right, well, that I guess is how my character walks. Yeah, it kind of set the stage for the next several years. But basically, in a lot of those action-y kind of sequences, all I can think about is like how not to fuck up.
Ditto. I have nothing that compares with that. I've never been shot. I've had my neck broken numerous times, and that was wonderful. You know, it's nice. It's nice to fall down on the ground and then pretend you're dead with a broken neck. And I've also been thrown through a rundown house, which was fantastic, but nothing like having miniature heart attacks in the chest. That sounds wonderful. I have nothing in comparison to that. You kind of set the tone with that one a little high. Next question.
Well, no, it's very intimidating because the squibs they're wired all the way, like in these packs that are put inside your wardrobe, and then they're wired all the way down your legs, and then some guy is standing over there with his button ready to do it, and they want to get it in one shot, so you have to like hit it right on the mark, and it can be very, very intimidating. So you have to time the, you have to time that. That's my sound effect there in the shot. But yeah, and then they pop, pop, pop. They feel like little like explosions, and it can be very. That's it.
Thank you.
Are you hungry, Misha? 2 years. You want a Caesar?
Yes. I'm so hungry. Like what, canned beans? Okay, yeah, let's see what you got.
I will just translate her question.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Eu gostaria de saber dos três, se eles pudessem escolher a música principal da série, qual seria?
She wants to know of the three of you, if you could choose the music of the series, what would it be?
Taylor Swift for sure.
Friday.
Britney Spears.
Oh.
This is very high quality stuff.
On the other side.
This is the flag?
The other.
Yes, I see that. I'm not an idiot. It's the side that says Misha in big block letters. So what are we talking about? Justin Bieber. We love Justin. I mean, I think we all love Justin Bieber.
If you could choose, of course we love Justin Bieber. The question being, if we could choose the music for Supernatural, correct? Which would you choose to tell the story properly, I guess?
Well, don't you think that Justin Bieber sets the appropriate?
I do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know, like, whenever I'm driving a classic car, I pop in an old Justin Bieber cassette.
Babe, that's the one.
Fuck yeah.
Obviously, I mean, and also Justin Bieber being a big, motivational factor for Jared's hair. Another one that's going to come back to bite me.
You have to listen to
I'm never going to come back to Supernatural.
worse than Justin Bieber.
What?
A Brazilian band called his art. It's worse than Justin Bieber.
I still don't know what you said.
It doesn't matter. Okay, you two?
Vallejo.
Yes, you're done. Go away. Go away. Go away. Oh, if you wanted me to sign this, you probably should give me a pen, because I'm not gonna sign it in blood. Wait a minute. So, is that what happened? You ran out of space, and so you had to stay. That is awesome.
Não é na bandeira, não?
Oh, the flag!
Okay. Chad, Matt, and me. You know, we did have a session when we did this earlier. Bye.
My turn. What do you think about the fanfictions on the internet?
About the fan fictions on the internet? Well, let's just turn this right back around on you, and what do you think about them, you little pervert? You like them?
Some of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Pretty twisted.
Welcome to Brazil. What do you two think?
Well, there is a lot on there that I've heard is quite risque. I apparently have relations with Gabriel. I'm sure there's some stuff about us on there, I'm sure. Probably.
I mean, look, to be honest, might as well just say it. I mean, there have been many nights when the three of us have oiled each other up and logged on to LiveJournal and read a bunch of fanfics. Right? I mean,
It's true. Thank you for being honest.
You know?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Call it fan fiction or fan non-fiction, but it is what it is.
My grandmother will what?
You come to Twitter. I give you the Dan's drown, and your drown will come to Twitter.
Okay, speak. I'm going to drown on Twitter. Wait, what did she say? I'm going to drown on Twitter? Thank you.
No, I love that shit.
Did you hear?
Já era.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, let me be the guinea pig. That tastes like pure chemicals. This is organic, isn't it? Right here. This took 15 years off my life thinking. No, it's actually very nice. I like it.
It has my spit on it. That's gross.
Wow. You said you were going to give me that thing. You're out of my fan non-fiction.
So, hi. Some girl already asked you this, but so I wanted to hear from you. What is the craziest thing a fan did to you guys?
When I threw a piece of candy with my spit on it, they were like,
When I threw a piece of candy with my spit on it, they were like...
Okay, but out of Brazil.
oh, out of Brazil.
I had one young fan tell me that he wanted me to have his baby. You asked for it.
I mean, it's 2011, you know what I mean?
Open your mind.
Wait, what about you?
There are more people too. So many people.
Valeu.
Mwah.
Oh, bye. I'm sorry that they so rudely pulled you away.
This is for you, since you're here.
Yeah.
It's for my girls up there. Please get up.
Hey
Stand
guys,
up.
thanks.
Stand up. Okay, they won. And it's for the three of them.
What
The
is that?
three of you, okay?
Oh, shit. All right.
Chocolate.
And while you eat, I want to ask for Misha. In episode of season 5, I believe the children are the future. Jesse turns Castiel into an action figure. Have you ever thought of making that for selling it? Because I was totally buy it.
You would buy it?
Of course.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, sweet. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't you give me a down payment to hold it, and give me your address, and I'll send one to you.
What?
You want to do that? Let's say, give me $500. Give me $500.
Oh, I love these. I'll wait for later.
Well, you know, it's
And
They're one of my favorite things on so far
Chad,
about Sugar Straw.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
When you were Ash, you had the mullet. Did they laugh at you because of the hair?
Did they laugh at me because of the hair?
Yes.
Yes. And it completely ruined my self-esteem. It really
You want some hug?
No, actually, the hair, once it goes on, I am not responsible for what happens. It takes about an hour to put on the mullet. And it's good times. It's good.
And after... I'm sorry, no more.
Dad,
you are the best.
That was the question we've been waiting for. Thanks a lot.